Alright folks, many of you have been asking me to do a review how to open up this brand new Samsung Series 7 Ivory Bridge laptop I picked up from Best Buy. Amazing laptop, amazing specs for the price. It overclocks very nicely when it comes to the new Kepler core, the new Nvidia 650 core that's in there for graphics. It's a wonderful laptop. Runs really well. I just want to do a quick video on how to take this thing apart in a sense so you can get to the hard drive. I would say the one downfall, and where Samsung is saving money, is this 1 terabyte 5400 RPM hard drive. Even though they have an 8 gig SSD built onto the motherboard to help boot up programs faster, this mechanical drive really slows the system down. Ivory Bridge is extremely fast, and so is the graphics chip in this, but this thing slows it way down. It drove me nuts, so I picked up a new Samsung SSD, installed it from Fry's. I picked it up from Fry's, and many of you have been asking me on notebook review, the forums there in the Samsung section, and how to change this out. Okay, make sure the first thing that you do, hold down the power button until all the lights go completely off. Okay, the second thing you do is pull out this little SD card plastic insert. It has to come out. Alright, make sure you have no DVDs in it, nothing else. If you have another computer, I would encourage you to take a thumb drive, go to Samsung's website, download the BIOS, download all the drivers, all the software, put it in a folder onto a thumb drive, because you're going to want those files. And if you have one computer, before you turn this off, make sure if this is your only computer, make sure before you shut this off and open it up that you get all the files on the thumb drive. I like to do a clean install. I don't like to clone a traditional spinning hard drive to an SSD. I've always had issues that way. I'd rather do a clean install of Windows onto a solid state hard drive. Seems to do much better. So I would encourage you to do that. Make sure what I like to do is take my phone also, get a picture of the serial number, put it on your phone so you've got a picture of it, so you're not having to flip this over to read the numbers over when you do load up Windows 7. Okay, so we took out the SD card slot, place it right here. There's a bunch of screws on the back. I kept my plastic on the top of this because I like to scratch things. I'm an electrical contractor. I've used my electronics very much so things get beat up. So start taking out all the screws. You've got your memory one here. I just cut my fingernail, so it'll probably help if you had some fingernails, but that's okay. Okay, so just go around. They're all the same length, so you don't have to worry about which one goes where. Just place them on top. Remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. I learned that when I used to build drag race cars. Very important not to strip anything when you're doing this. Just go clockwise, go around, pull your screws out. I know many of you are excited about the laptop and you're wanting to experiment. This is a really nice laptop and it is really easy to damage. The top of this is metal, the back of it is plastic, so it does scratch pretty easily. I've just been blown away. The battery's been amazing on this thing. It runs really cool, gets a little warm when you game. The graphics card overclocks right underneath a 650M Kepler core. And the only game I've played is World of Warcraft. I run it at an Ultra, and I average around 50 frames per second in Stormwind. So been extremely pleased with this. And it's only 1 inch thick. I have the Asus G75. I'm actually going to take that back. Go ahead and make sure all your screws are out, and just kind of place all your screws in one spot. If I can just get that one piece off. Let me see if I can just. You're real gentle. This thing's a little bit of a pain to get off. Everything is plastic, and it feels like you're going to break things on this laptop, but just pull on it, just a nice little tug, and it pops off. Okay, there's 2 sticks of DDR3 1600. I like to just pop that piece out of there, so I don't, not another thing I've got to worry about. They're both Samsung sticks. There's a little white cover that goes in there. Just throw it out, take it out. So here we go. It's ready to come off. Look, I got a couple more screws to pull out. Okay, so it looks like we're ready to go. Go ahead and look at every single screw hole. Make sure they're all out. Okay, look at that. I got one right there that I missed. Go ahead and tap it out. She's out. Again, just put them all right there. Okay, I fibbed. There's 2 longer ones right here. 2 longer screws, and they go towards the back here. You'll see this. They go towards the back. They go right in there. You'll find that out quickly when you can't screw it all the way in. So you have a heads up. All right, I like to start to the back of this, and it helps to have a little bit longer nails. And then I just like to start prying. You can hear it clipping. You hear the clips popping? And the biggest thing you got to worry about on this thing, I would say, is that the VGA port right here gets caught. So you got to kind of slide it over. Get your fingernails underneath there if you can. It just seems to work best with fingernails. Be careful of the plastic because it does scratch and chip really easy. So it is a pain. Just go slow because it just feels like you could easily break the plastic pieces in there. Okay, got that side off. I like to start from the back, work my way forward. I just like to set it on the cover that it came with, nice and soft. There we go. There's your cover. Clean, it's off. Make sure you didn't break any of the tabs. I set that aside. Okay, so here is the back side. And your motherboard. The biggest thing I've seen that was different from the G75 Asus, which I did a review on, I'm sure many of you have seen, is they had a separate cooling fan for the GPU and the CPU, and it was an add-on card, not a soldered one. This one's all incorporated. I would imagine they did that just because they wanted this thing to be 1 inch thick. That is a nice thing. The Asus is a little bit quieter, and I would say it's definitely more moddable. You've got 2 bays. This only has 1 bay right here, as you can see. And if you ever needed to change the battery, it's really not hard to get to. It actually's got arrows where you pull out the battery. Now here's your hard drive, here's your memory. I'm not that interested. 8 gigs is more than enough for me. Everybody's been asking me, how do you get to the other 8 gigs? You've got to pull that motherboard apart, flip it around. I'm really not interested in a brand new laptop to do that. So you could go 12 gigs, do a bigger stick in there. The wireless card has 4.0 Bluetooth. It's a 6320 Intel card. It's a great card. I've had no issues with Wi-Fi. It's been fantastic. Here's your subwoofer. One of the best, loudest, cleanest, fullest sounding laptop I've ever owned. And I've owned a lot of laptops. I'm a tech head, or I'm a techie. I have a bad tech habit, as many of you have seen with my different purchases. But pretty simple, pretty clean. Samsung did a great job in putting this laptop together. Here's your hard drive. Here's your DVD burner. I'm sure you could probably find a caddy, switch that out, and put a hard drive in there. So here you go. If you can see that, here is your hard drive clip. And you want to get your fingernails. Remember, it helps to have a little bit longer fingernails. And you want to slowly, if you can get a little flathead screwdriver in there, and just slowly pry. Remember, gentle. Go ahead and pull that up. If it really bothers you and you don't want to bend or break this ribbon, just pop the little plastic piece off and then your ribbon comes off. I like to set it to the right the way it's assembled. So just go ahead and set it over there. Undo the screws right here. Whoops. Oh. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little silver screws. Try not to lose them. Go ahead and pull that out. Grab all your screws. I always have a little piece of needle nose, or a needle nose right here to grab any little bitty screw that I might lose. Make sure we didn't drop anything there. So here's your hard drive. There's the SSD that I put in there. Just kind of position it. I like to take things off, set my hard drive next to it, be real gentle with it. Put the other, here's your metal frame. Set the metal frame on there. Put the 4 black screws in. Go ahead and put that back in. Go ahead and put the screws back in. But I would really recommend doing this once, and the reason I say that, it seems like this plastic on the back likes to chip really easily. And your brand new laptop, you're not going to want. I've got a few little chips in it from just prying the lid open, and that's prying it gently open. Alright, what did I do with that screw? I dropped a little bitty screw. Oh, where'd it go? Ah, there it is. See that? Sorry guys, I just threw this video together because many of you are asking, and I know you're excited about your laptop. I'm not the most professional video maker, but I get the job done. Okay, if you pulled the ribbon off, go ahead and hold it like this. Make sure it just kind of inserts right there. Then push the little black flap on top down. Give just a real light tug. Make sure it's in there securely. You know what's interesting, I thought it was funny, they originally said this was a Nike laptop. They branded it Nike, then they kind of took it down. Well, it says Nike right on the ribbon here, Nike 17 HDD. Okay, this is a SATA 3, so it does read and write. This hard drive has been writing about 300, the Samsung, and it's been reading at about 510, 520 from all the scores that I do. Alright, so we're ready to go back together. I keep the memory out. One less thing to do. And they both are, like I said, Samsung sticks. I kind of peeked around in here, see if there's anything I could do to mod this. I really don't see anything. Everything is so tight. I don't know anything I could do to make this better. I'm sure some of you guys on the forums will come up with something. Okay, the fun part. The biggest thing you got to worry about when you're putting this back together, I'll go ahead and slide it from the front. Just kind of go around. And the biggest thing is getting around that VGA adapter can be a little bit of a pain. You're going to have to go around kind of it would have made the 80 laptop
I took it out of there, put it back in the box. I just like if this memory gets hot, it's off of that piece of paper they put it. You put it in the box so you don't lose it if you're at. Alright, time to put the screws back in. Your two locks go right back here. It's not a review site, not a your own risk. Will not be held responsible for anything. I just hopefully help you guys out. I know you're excited like me about this new TV. I have a bad habit of having to latest and greatest. I have a bad habit. What I do, and I admit it, Asus tablet came out, new quad core, thought it was great, everything else, and I sold it on Christmas. Lost a little money 8 weeks later. And then another tab came out, new Samsung tab. So I sold 2 weeks. I just want to, just to try new technology. We never come out of the market for desktop or PC, and I got really new laptops and Ivy Bridge and Kepler, other new stuff coming out. Got kids and wife in the background. Dogs, washing machine going on, so whoops. I already got one in there. Okay, look at that. Almost all back together. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't even looked. There is a Windows disk in the box, which is great. I don't know if you might need the drivers or not. There was a BIOS update, and the software doesn't recognize it, so you have to actually manually go and do it. Go ahead and put everything back in. All right, let's see if it works. And if you're going to install Windows, make sure you hit the, let's go ahead and get back, this thing boots quick. F2, boots up into your BIOS, go in there, go into Advanced, keep going over, Security and Boot. Make sure you put your boot to the drive, whether it's a CD first, or whether it is, if you put it like this, I have my Windows loaded up on this thumb drive, so I can install it really quick. It does it like 4 times quicker on a thumb drive for an install of Windows 7. Make sure you set it to boot onto a thumb drive, and then make sure you put all your drivers on another thumb drive. They're so cheap now, they're almost as cheap as disk, and that way you're not left without Wi-Fi, you're not left without USB drivers or anything else, and you'll be good to go. Go ahead and exit, saving changes, yes, boom, and you should be done. So hopefully that helps. You know, I had this thing overclocked. I don't remember the exact settings. I'm using the latest version. I go to Guru3D, GURU3D.com, and I download MSI Afterburner. As you can see, the thing is really loud and it boots really quick with that SSD in there. And much cleaner, much faster. I used it at the airport. I was stuck in Reno. My Southwest flight got delayed, and I was there for 5 hours. I still had quarter to, I would say, half battery left using the Optimus technology. What is nice is you can actually set this, when it's plugged in, you can set this to use the high performance Nvidia graphics driver and just set it so it uses that only, so it doesn't switch back and forth. So hope that helps, guys. Any questions, just hit up my YouTube channel there. I'm usually pretty quick. It hits my phone. I'll respond back to you if I can help, or go to the notebook forum /Samsung section, and a great group of people there. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening.